celebrating everything that makes Central Illinois amazing. This is Living Well.
A good day to you. Welcome to Living Well. I'm Yvonne Greer. I'm happy to have you along for the show today. It is jam-packed with info just for you. We have important news about a huge bagged salad recall. We'll get a glimpse of Tesla's new electric Cybertruck, and I'll take you to Alabama to meet an amazing group of young scholars. And some of the cutest babies you ever did see pay homage to Disney's Frozen 2. Let's get to it, shall we? We begin with the day's health news. The opioid crisis is taking tens of thousands of lives each year in the United States. Tom Hansen takes us to one of the hardest hit areas to show us how doctors and recovering addicts are teaming up to save lives.
Nicole O'Donnell works all hours in the busy ER at Penn Medicine in Philadelphia, ground zero for the city's opioid crisis.
It's a matter of life and death.
Absolutely. One bag can kill someone. One decision.
O'Donnell is a certified recovery specialist. Her job, to push users toward treatment the moment they're revived from an overdose.
What do you say when you walk into a room of somebody who has just come back from an overdose?
I've been here. What do you want to do not to die? And then we navigate them there.
Support O'Donnell wishes she had when she overdosed 10 years ago. She also lost her sister to opioids.
I want to be the person that she didn't have.
O'Donnell teamed up with the University of Pennsylvania in a new radical program that uses the ER not just to treat overdoses, but to help tackle addiction.
We are the front lines of the opioid crisis.
Doctors, including Jean-Marie Perrone, prescribe medications to prevent opioid cravings. And people in recovery, like Nicole, counsel patients into rehab next door.
Their presence at the bedside has just made a pivotal difference. Patients who say, you know, I'm not interested right now, thanks doc. 10 minutes later, Nicole walks out of the room and says, he's going to do it, he's ready.
Devin Kloss overdosed 7 times.
Absolute rock bottom.
Then he met Nicole.
She came, picked me up, and told me it was going to be all right. So far, you know, everything's going very well.
And the results are resounding so far, with an estimated 7 out of 10 people sticking with treatment. Tom Hansen, CBS News, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Penn Medicine's program hopes to receive federal funding soon. The state is also offering cash incentives to hospitals that guide addicted patients toward treatment. There's a new trend in weight loss that's becoming more popular in these winter months. Kim Hutcherson has more on how souping might work for you.
We all love a hot bowl of soup during the cold winter months, either just to keep us warm or to help fight off a nasty bug.
The soups are a great option still when you are sick because it's giving you some fluids to help you stay hydrated. It's very easy to get dehydrated when you're actually getting sick.
But aside from giving a healthy boost, souping has become more popular with people trying to shed a few pounds. So much so that souping ranked in Pinterest's top 10 food trends for 2018. So what's the slimming secret of soup? According to a professor of nutritional sciences at Penn State, binding water into food helps keep your stomach fuller longer. Unlike juicing, soup can help stabilize blood sugar for more sustained energy. Plus, the water in soup adds weight and volume, so you can have a satisfying amount of food without all the unwanted calories. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
We saw a lot of images there of soup and salad. Before you do that, we'd like to make you aware of a major salad recall. More than 75,000 pounds of bagged salad products are being recalled because they may be contaminated with E. coli. The voluntary recall by New Jersey-based Missa Bay LLC largely impacts 22 states in the eastern half of the country. The salads were produced between October 14th and 16th, and they also contain meat or poultry. E. coli outbreaks from September to early November have made 17 people sick. And as we get ready for next week's Thanksgiving meals, federal health officials are releasing a final report on that recent salmonella outbreak linked to raw turkey products. The widespread 2-year outbreak sickened more than 350 people around the country, and new cases continue to be identified. Because no single source of turkey was found, the CDC says it's an important reminder to handle and thaw raw turkey safely and cook it thoroughly to 165 degrees. Consumer News is next here on Living Well. Will truckers love or leave Tesla's new cyber vehicle?
You're watching Living Well on WMBD.
Consumer News today, the day is here for Tesla. The automaker has finally revealed its electric pickup truck. The Cybertruck was unveiled at Tesla's design studio just outside Los Angeles, and it doesn't look like any truck we've ever seen. Instead of a distinctly separate cab and bed, the body appears to be a single form. The exterior is made from a newly developed stainless steel alloy, and Tesla owner Elon Musk says the metal is used for SpaceX rockets. He claims it's bulletproof. The base version of the truck will start at $39,000 and will go at least 250 miles on a single charge. The Cybertruck is only available for pre-order right now. Musk says they'll hit the market late 2021. The holidays are a time many people connect with loved ones no matter how far away. But before you head out in your plane, train, or automobile, Maribel Aber has some tips for protecting your personal info ahead of the holiday travel season.
We're heading into the busy holiday travel season, and there's plenty you can do to protect your personal information and data when you're on the road. Consumer Reports recently listed some of the steps travelers can take to boost their cyber safety. Now, for one, don't overlook your boarding pass. A simple smartphone barcode reader can give a hacker access to personal information, even frequent flyer numbers, and that stolen information can be used to log on to an account and grab your frequent flyer miles. And travel experts recommend you keep an eye on those rewards accounts, just like you do with your credit card accounts. When on the road, avoid the charging stations at airports or hotels. It's a rare scam, but some hackers will leave a charging cable loaded with malware that will infect your device if you use it. And if you're worried about using your debit or credit card in some locations, consider using an app such as Apple, Google, or Samsung Pay. Those services don't transmit your credit card number. Instead, they give the vendor a random token, and that token is worthless to any hacker who may grab it.
In other news, there will be no angel wings on the runway models this holiday season. Victoria's Secret is ending its nearly quarter-century tradition. It will not hold its annual fashion show this year, a cultural phenomenon that began in 1995. Various media outlets report parent company L Brands made the announcement during the company's third quarter earnings call on Thursday. The company says the marketing strategy for the brand is evolving. The move follows months of speculation that the show wouldn't happen this year and years of declining TV ratings. A Mackinac Valley Vineyard murder mystery preview is on the way next, followed by the cutest little Disney-themed babies ever.
You're watching Living Well on WMBD.
Most of us think of elves as Santa's jolly little helpers, but the elf on his way to Mackinac Valley Vineyards this holiday season is downright murderous. Vineyard owner Diane Hahn is here to explain what is going on.
Well, as you know, we have murder mystery dinners out at the Vineyard, and they're very, very fun. And the one this Christmas is Silence of the Elves. And the picture is the actor Will Ferrell with the butterfly from Silence of the Lambs. So it's really creepy looking, but it's really funny. And I think the tagline is, you know, Buddy goes berserk or something. So,
and murder mysteries are so fun because the audience actually gets a chance to be involved if they like.
Yeah, it's in the tasting room, in the dining area, and the actors, there's a man and a woman actor, and they play several parts with costumes and wigs and the whole bit, running around, and then there's usually about 12 to 15 audience members, and they have the script, and they'll, you know, tag you to play something if you want to. You don't have to. And they'll just run around the room and say, hey, did so-and-so see something? And they'll make you stand up and say your little part. And sometimes the audience gets carried away and they make up funnier lines in the script, which is okay, as long as they get too wild.
And being at a vineyard, folks might have had a glass of wine or two.
Maybe. Sometimes that happens.
It's always a great time. And there's a dinner along with the show.
Yeah, it's dinner, the show, homemade dessert. Our caterer's wife makes homemade cake or cookies or brownies. It's very good. So yeah, it's a really fun time, and it's $47 a person plus tax, and it's fun for small office parties or small groups of friends that you might just want to go out and do something special and have it. You know, you just sit down in your chair and everything's kind of happening: the dinner, the play, the whole thing.
It's all fun, all wrapped up in one.
Yeah, and we have 3 days. We have a Friday night show, a Saturday show, and a Sunday show. And we don't have Sunday shows except for the Christmas show. And so that's a nice one because sometimes people that work Friday and Saturday nights don't get to do things. And so it's the same show and dinner and everything on Sunday.
And Sunday's a little bit earlier, so you can still get to bed on time.
It's slightly earlier. Yeah, you're done by maybe 8:30. But yeah, so we've got quite a few tickets sold for Saturday, but we still have open on Friday and Sunday.
Fantastic.
So yeah.
So
fun night.
this is the time of year where everyone's holiday gift shopping.
Yes.
You've got lots of things available
We
at
do.
the Vineyard.
Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, we've got, of course, wine is a great gift, and we have wines we can suggest that are not too specific. And if you have a friend that, just likes wine, we can make suggestions. We have about 20 wines on the list right now. A phenomenal new wine we have is called Green Dragon. It's a fortified wine. If we were in Portugal, I could call it port. But it is a rich, wonderful wine. It has a long shelf life because it's higher alcohol. It's really great. And then we have a lot of fun stuff in the gift shop. We have like reindeers drinking wine bottles, they're bottle holders. We have crazy Christmassy gift towels and wine-related Christmas gifts, as well as just the regular gift shop stuff, and some capes and some fun stuff we got that are a little different. You wouldn't expect maybe in a winery gift shop. So
always good stuff to be had at Mackinac Valley Vineyard. Diane, thank you. Let's let folks know how they can come out and see Silence of the Elves, a murder mystery. December 13th, 14th, the 6:30 start time. December 15th, 6 o'clock showtime. Don't forget to arrive early in case you want to be in the show. Dinner will happen after the first act. There's the phone number for tickets. Hope you can make it.
Thank you.
Don't go away. Living Well will be right back.
You're watching Living Well on WMBD.
Kids take center stage in this segment of Living Well, from their health to their education to their ever so sweet cuteness. Health is up first. Doctors say kids around the world are putting their health in jeopardy by not getting enough exercise. In fact, 80% of young people aren't moving enough, and experts say it's detrimental to their health in more ways than one. Riley Carlson reports from London.
It could be a soccer practice or a gym class, or even a walk to and from school. The World Health Organization says kids aged 11 to 17 need 1 hour of exercise every day, but most aren't getting it.
Many countries are between 80 and 90% of adolescents not meeting the recommendation for physical activity.
The report looked at more than 1 million students around the world between 2001 and 2016. Boys were more active than girls in all but 4 of the 146 countries studied. In the United States, 64% of boys didn't get enough exercise, but that number jumped to 80% for girls.
This gender difference has increased over the time period we looked at.
Doctors say there are plenty of health benefits to exercise, not just for your heart and lungs, but in kids, they say it improves brain function and even social skills.
And you can probably guess one culprit being blamed for a rise in sedentary lifestyles and childhood obesity.
Of course, we have had this electronic revolution that seems to have changed adolescents' movement patterns and encourages them to sit more, to be less active.
The WHO is challenging adults to move more too, hoping their example will get teens off their screens and into a healthier lifestyle. Riley Carlson, CBS News, London.
To education now. Teachers across the country aspire to shape the minds of students, and an Alabama academy is taking that to a whole new level, impacting the minds of at-risk boys and forever changing their lives. Daryl Forges reports.
The roars of young voices. Young men who don't consider themselves students.
Raise your hand if you are a student. Raise your hand if you are a scholar.
They consider themselves scholars of Valiant Cross Academy in Montgomery, Alabama. Before they step foot inside the classroom, they start every morning like this. It's called Village.
That's my favorite part of the day. I actually like to say Village is my classroom.
The co-founder, Anthony Brock.
By coming to Morning Village, they get to hear the word I love you 3-4 times before they go to class. And whatever happened at home, any cobwebs, they get to shake them off.
Valiant Cross primarily targets at-risk black boys. The school currently has about 150 students. Scholars like 7th grader Jaden Roberts say the academy has changed him for the better.
All my teachers, especially the Rock Brothers, they helped me have this braveness, have this confidence to help me just say that, well, I can do anything I put my mind to.
All right, so our first word was intense. What was the class? Intent. What was the class? Intent. What was the class? Intent.
Teachers like Jada Davis keep their classes captivating for these young minds to grow inside and outside the classroom.
All right, excellent job. Let's give them a ooh.
My hope is for them to walk out this classroom, to walk outside this building, and to be ready to take on the world and to take on whatever their calling is.
Some of these students will be the first in their family to not only go to college, but also graduate from high school. For many, it's all about breaking an ongoing negative cycle in their families.
Make my mom proud. Have that hope in the family.
It has really matured me. It has helped me to have a high standard for myself and to just be a better man in general.
And it also shows that it truly does take a village to raise a child. I'm Daryl Forges reporting.
Love that. Well, what's cuter than Disney characters Anna, Elsa, and Olaf? Babies dressed as those same characters. The maternity ward at St. Luke's South Hospital in Overland Park, Kansas celebrated Disney's Frozen 2 premiere by dressing up the babies as characters. The newborn versions of Elsa, Anna, and Olaf in adorable crocheted outfits are a delight to behold. Oh my gosh, look at that hair. The hospital also put the kiddos in costume on its social media page so all the world can enjoy them too. I can imagine the nurses singing all day. Do you want to build a snowman? Do you want to come and play? Too cute. We will be back to wrap things up with today's Take a Look at This, featuring another kid that goes from fearing mascots to becoming one.
You're watching Living Well on WMBD.
And finally today, an Oklahoma second grader got over a fear of mascots by meeting one and then becoming one himself. Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
Riding his bike, playing with his brother, playing outside, Gunnar Alley is your typical 8-year-old boy. That is, until he puts on his costume. That's when Gunnar becomes Lil Red, official mascot for Verdigris High School in Oklahoma. On the field and in character, Gunnar gives it his all. Gunnar's talents didn't always come naturally, though. Believe it or not, he used to be afraid of mascots. But after meeting Hornsby, the mascot for the Tulsa Drillers, Gunnar was hooked. Now, he's a bona fide local celebrity, and his mom says he's loving every minute of it.
I think he just eats that up.
It's all in a day's work for a second grader turned fine-feathered superhero. Speaking of giving kids the bird, that came out wrong. Indonesian officials are using baby chicks to wean kids from internet addiction. The city of Bandung in West Java launched a program giving kids chicks and chili seeds. The idea is for the kids to spend less time online and more time caring for pets or plants. And don't they look thrilled? They're calling this effort chickenization. The average Indonesian internet user spends nearly 9 hours a day online. The kids already have plans for the birds. One hopes to breed them. Another says he plans to raise his until it's old enough to cook. Only time will tell if pets and plants are a match for iPhones and interwebs. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Out of time, gang. See you back next time for more ways to stay powered up and living well.